Hi guys, Blightscar here. In today's video we are back at Bridgetown once again. This is the final video and there's lots left to do, so let's get into it. As I mentioned in the intro, Bridgetown is pretty much complete now. It's come together really nicely, but this final video is going to be redoing the guard stations that are in the gatehouses. No longer a fan of them. We're not going to attempt to put vehicles in here, and we will be going under the bridge finally for a couple of different ideas, but we're going to start at the very top here, where I've already cleared out the space, but we're going to make a nice tight walkway along here, and there's going to be a building that's going to go in here, and we're going to make it so we can get over the railing to get underneath. So I've got the first little building done here. It does make this walkway nice and narrow now. I will be like throwing down different debris and stuff just to make it look a little less clean. But we've got a small-ish building here, and we're going to be filling in the edges because obviously we've got the trunk wall sticking out there, and this is our little walkway that will lead us under the bridge. So I'm just gonna throw down some stairs temporarily, and then we can have a look at what the plan is for underneath the bridge. There's nothing too fancy about my setup at the moment, so this is just going to be temporary while I decide what I'm putting underneath here. So the plan is that each of these sections will have something in. I'm going to block out this first section with a proper structure, and then we will have a place for boats and probably a fishing area right down the bottom, and it's all going to be accessible from either this staircase when I actually put the proper one in, or there's the one that's, I believe it's just up there, and that'll come down to get under as well. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna put this structure underneath here, and then we can get on with it. Right, this structure, I'm not 100% set on it. I might end up changing it. I do believe I've got some walls that would match the textures of the bridge itself to kind of make it look as though it was actually like a maintenance section of the bridge. But for now I've just got a bunch of the shack outer caps and a decent size area under here. Got some plans for what I want to do in this bit, but you'll have to wait until the final tour, which will be at the end of this video. And I'm gonna move on to the next like stairwell thing that I want to build along here. I didn't really think this through at first when I was putting this together. You can't get from this section here to the next section, so I've got to go all the way around. If you're enjoying the video so far, guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Gonna put some railings along here, but for now it's kind of just very cautiously get down there. So we've got a ramp all the way down, and there's going to be like the fishing docks under here, a couple of boats. We're gonna just come back up here and gonna just go into free cam to show you what I've got on the outside. It's quite hard to see from this angle. So what I've done is I've put up a bunch of junk walls, and they are on like the barrel bridges, but what I've kind of done is, so they realistically stay in place, I've actually put up supports and the wires to kind of keep these junk walls in place, and I think it works quite nicely. But I'm going to be putting a few more of these bridges underneath. So I mentioned that the stairwell that I had before was a temporary solution, and thanks to Cami on Discord, we now have this lovely scaffolding idea. Turned out really nice, and it looks as though that it's actually supposed to be there, whether it was there before the war or they've just collected it from around the wasteland. I thought this turned out really nicely, and like the tarp from my own mod, cloths, nets and tarps, really finished off the look of that. If you've got any ideas for builds, or you just want to talk anything Fallout, why not head over to the Discord server? You'll find the link in the description. Okay, we're gonna go back over here now. So this section under the middle part of the bridge is delightfully messy. So it's quite cramped as well in this corner, but it's got like a bunch of the fishing nets around, got barrels and everything, but it's got a decent amount of space for a few boats, and you can maneuver around a bit. Obviously in game you can't really kneel very well, but in real life you would be able to like get around here, no issue, just duck down, you know. But I thought this looked like quite a nice little area. Got the fish farm off to the side there that couldn't really put anything in there, so I crammed it in and it just about fits. And then you've just got more nets and stuff over there, and again, like, it's a struggle to actually get under here. But I'm gonna open up this area so we can continue along to the next section. Just keeping this section quite clear at the minute. It will get decorated a bit more, but it's very difficult to get around this corner. I keep falling in the water, so I have to move some stuff around. But it's just a little small dock, and we'll be able to bring some boats into here, but it also still allows passage under the bridge, and we're not going to have a toll in place because people get really angry about having tolls. You know, don't understand why. We are good people after all. Okay, I want to just fill out the last little section up top now. There's just a small bit left to do up here. I'm going to change out the gatehouse with these massive gates. I'm going to put a small dwelling here and close off this side a bit, and then we're pretty much ready for decorating and the final tour. Okay, this is our last little dwelling that's going to go in here. It's nothing too fancy, rather small, but comes with a nice view on the side. I didn't want to have like a way of getting down here because this is already a lovely fit. That would just kind of get in the way of everything. So what I want to do is just finish up some decorating. Need to fill in this gatehouse and the one at the other end, and we still need to fill in the building up the top as well, and then we will be back with the final tour. And with that, we are finally done. Bridgetown is complete. Let's go for the tour. So coming in, we've got a little guard station where it's just a little bed, but plenty of seating for the guards out here. Got a good view outside. And if we come along here, you can see they can just interact with people just at the window there. We come through, we'll get to our first little dwelling. Everything is rather cramped in here. So it's just for one person to stay in. And we'll come along to the main tinkerer's house. Still can't fix his door though. So this was in part 2, I believe. This guy just works on his robots and pulls apart electronics. And we'll come across to the butcher's next. So you're able to get your meat and stuff from here. And if we come around, we can get inside. It's just a small living area in here with plenty of meat lying around. Totally hygienic, you know. And we have the barbers. Just another small structure in here. And what we'll do is we'll go upstairs. So we'll come up here. So I've got a little rooftop garden. And over there we've got our garden plots where we've got all the food. And there's a little area up there as well. So we'll just come along. We'll come down further along. So we'll come up here. So we've got people that can just hang out up here. For all our crops on this section here. Plenty of stuff for people to eat. Come down. We've got our weapon shop. Fully loaded in there. We've got the workbenches in here as well. And then we've got a clothes shop on the other side. Freshly stolen supplies from Vault-Tec. One of the perks of being with the sole survivor, I suppose. Then we've got our small clinic. Not much in terms of medical support in here, but better than nothing, I suppose, isn't it? And then we have our bar. And apparently we've got a seagull. Not entirely sure where that came from. It wasn't there just before. Out the way. So on an evening, people can come in here, get themselves a drink. Move the horrible seagull out of the way. And then you can come up here to the beer garden. Get a good view over the river. Got the small house up here. Just kind of scavenge stuff from anywhere that they can get it, really. We'll come back down and we'll come across here. So we've got a little storage area, and I did put the machine gun turret up on the top there. There's also one on the other side as well. And we've just got a small office here. Nothing overly fancy. Right, we're going to go down underneath the bridge now. So come through here. Got our catch of the day just hanging up there. Also makes it so I can actually get down this section. Got plenty of boats, so most of the stuff for this settlement is out on the water, so they just go hunting and fishing under there. Good, nice fancy boat. And then you've got the swan boats there as well, and a crane to pull stuff up on top of the bridge. From the very start of this build series, a lot of people have assumed the worst for this settlement. As I've always said, we are good people here at Bridgetown. You might have noticed multiple security cameras around the place. This added protection is because we work alongside the railroad to ensure the safety of synths looking to start a new life in the wasteland. So don't be too quick to judge. You never know, you could be the next synth in need. And that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.